Dear students, in lifestyle diseases and prevention subject, we are going to see a new topic, cancer. In this topic, we are going to learn what is meant by cancer, what are the basic properties of cancer cells, how can we differentiate cancer cells from normal cells, and what are all the different types of cancer. Cancer is a name given to collection of related diseases. In all types of cancer, some of the body cells begin to divide without stopping and spread into surrounding tissues. Cancer can start almost anywhere in the body, which is made up of trillions of cells. Normally, human cells grow and divide to form new cells as the body needs them. When cells grow old or become damaged, they die and new cells take their place. When cancer develops, however, this orderly process breaks down. As cells become more and more abnormal, old or damaged cells survive when they should die, and new cells form when they are not needed. These extra cells can divide without stopping and may form growths called tumors. Many cancers form solid tumors which are masses of tissue. Cancers of the blood such as leukemia generally do not form solid tumors. Cancer tumors are malignant, which means they can spread into or invade nearby tissues. In addition, as these tumors grow, some cancer cells can break off and travel to distant places in the body through the blood or the lymph system and form new tumors far from the original tumor. Unlike malignant tumors, benign tumors do not spread into or invade nearby tissues. Benign tumors can sometimes do quite large, however. When removed, they usually don't grow back, whereas malignant tumors sometimes grow again. Unlike most benign tumors elsewhere in the body, benign tumors can be life-threatening. What are all the major differences available between the cancer cells and normal cells? How can we differentiate them? Cancer cells differ from normal cells in many ways that allow them to grow out of control and become invasive. One important difference is that cancer cells are less specialized than normal cells. That is, whereas normal cells mature into very distinct cell types with specific functions, cancer cells do not do such things. This is one reason that, unlike normal cells, cancer cells continue to divide without stopping. In addition, cancer cells are able to ignore signals that normally tell cells to stop dividing or that behind a process known as programmed cell death or apoptosis, which the body uses to get rid of unneeded cells. Cancer cells may be able to influence the normal cells, molecules, and blood vessels that surround and feed a tumor an area known as the microenvironment. For instance, cancer cells can induce nearby normal cells to form blood vessels that supply tumors with oxygen and nutrients, which they need to grow. These blood vessels also remove waste products from tumors. Cancer cells are also often able to evade the immune system, a network of organs, tissues, and specialized cells that protects the body from infections and other conditions. Although the immune system normally removes damaged or abnormal cells from the body, some cancer cells are able to hide from the immune system. Tumors can also use the immune system to stay alive and grow. For example, with the help of certain immune system cells that normally prevent a runaway immune response, cancer cells can actually keep the immune system from killing cancer cells. How cancer cells arises in the human body? Cancer is caused by certain changes to genes, the basic physical units of inheritance. Genes are arranged in long strands of tightly packed DNA called chromosomes. Cancer is a genetic disease that is caused by changes to genes that control the way our cells function, especially how they grow and divide. Genetic changes that cause cancer can be inherited from our parents. They can also arise during a person's lifetime as a result of errors that occur as cell divide or because of damage to DNA caused by the environmental exposures. Cancer causing environmental exposures include substances such as the chemicals in tobacco smoke and radiation such as ultraviolet rays from the sun. Our cancer causes and prevention section, you can get detailed information about all these informations in detail. Each person's cancer has a unique combination of genetic changes. As the cancer continues to grow, additional changes will occur. Even within the same tumor, different cells may have different genetical changes. In general, cancer cells have more genetic changes such as mutations in DNA than normal cells. Some of these changes may have nothing to do with the cancer. They may be the result of the cancer rather than its cause. Fundamentals of cancer. What are the major drivers of cancer? The genetic changes that contribute to cancer tend to affect three main types of genes, that includes proto-oncogenes, tumor suppressor genes, and DNA repair genes. These changes are sometimes called drivers of cancer. Proto-oncogenes are involved in normal cell growth and division. However, when these genes are altered in certain ways or more active than normal, they may become cancer-causing genes or oncogenes, allowing cells to grow and survive when they shouldn't. Tumor suppressor genes are also involved in controlling cell growth and division. Cells with a certain alteration in tumor suppressor genes may divide in an uncontrolled manner. DNA repair genes are involved in fixing damaged DNA. Cells with a mutation in these genes tend to develop additional mutation in other genes. Together, these mutations may cause the cells to become cancerous. As scientists have learned more about the molecular changes that lead to cancer, they have found that certain mutations commonly occur in many types of cancer. Because of this, cancer sometimes characterized by the types of genetical alteration that are believed to be driving them, not just by where they develop in the body and how the cancer cells look under the microscope. When cancer spreads. In metastasis, cancer cells break away from where they first formed, travel through the blood or lymph system, and form new tumors in other parts of the body. The metastatic tumor is the same type of cancer as the primary tumor. A cancer that has spread from the place where it first started to another place in the body is called metastatic cancer. The process by which cancer cells spread to other parts of the body is called metastasis. Metastatic cancer has the same name and the same type of cancer cells as the original or primary cancer. For example, breast cancer that spreads to and forms a metastatic tumor in the lung is metastatic breast cancer and not a lung cancer. Under a microscope, metastatic cancer cells generally look the same cells as cells of the original cancer. Moreover, metastatic cancer cells and cells of the original cancer usually have some molecular features in common, such as presence of specific chromosome changes. Treatment may help prolong the lives of some people with metastatic cancer. In general, though, the primary goal of treatments for metastatic cancer is to control the growth of cancer or to relieve symptoms caused by it. Metastatic tumors can cause severe damage to how the body functions, and most people who die of cancer die of metastatic disease. Tissue changes that are not cancer. Not every change in the body's tissue is cancer. We should understand this point very clearly. Some tissue changes may develop into cancer if they are not treated, however. Here are some examples of tissue changes that are not cancer but in some cases are monitored. Hyperplasia occurs when cells within a tissue divide faster than normal and extra cells build up or proliferate. However, the cells and the way the tissue is organized look normal under a microscope. Hyperplasia can be caused by several factors or conditions including chronic irritation. Dysplasia is a more serious condition than hyperplasia. In dysplasia, there is also a buildup of extra cells, but the cells look abnormal and there are changes in how the tissue is organized. In general, the more abnormal the cells and tissue look, the greater the chance that cancer will form. Sometimes, some types of dysplasia may need to be monitored or treated. An example of dysplasia is an abnormal mole that forms on the skin. A dysplastic nevus can turn into melanoma, although most do not. An even more serious condition is carcinoma in situ. Although it is sometimes called cancer, carcinoma in situ is not cancer because the abnormal cells do not spread beyond the original tissue. That is, they do not invade nearby tissue the way that cancer cells do. But because some carcinomas in situ may become cancer, they are usually treated. Normal cells may become cancer cells. Before cancer cells form in tissues of the body, the cells go through abnormal changes called hyperplasia and dysplasia. In hyperplasia, there is an increase in the number of cells in an organ or tissue that appear normal under microscope. In dysplasia, the cells look abnormal under a microscope but are not cancer. Hyperplasia and dysplasia may or may not become cancer. What are all the major types of cancer? There are more than 100 types of cancer have been identified by the scientific community. Types of cancer are usually named for the organs or tissue where the cancers form. For example, lung cancer starts in cells of the lung and brain cancer starts in cells of the brain. Cancers also may be described by the type of cell that formed them, such as an epithelial cell or a squamous cell. We can get a lot of information about the types of cancer and the nature of the cells from National Cancer Institute's website for more information. There are different types of cancer cells, so we will discuss all of them one by one. First variety is carcinoma. Carcinomas are the most common type of cancer. They are formed by epithelial cells, which are the cells that cover the inside and outside surfaces of the body. There are many types of epithelial cells which often have a column-like shape when viewed under a microscope. Carcinoma that behind in different epithelial cell types have specific names. Adenocarcinoma. It is a cancer that forms in epithelial cells that produce fluids or mucus. Tissues with this type of epithelial cell are sometimes called granular tissues. Most cancers of the breast, colon, and prostate are adenocarcinomas. Basal cell carcinoma. It is a cancer that behinds in the lower or basal layer of the epidermis, which is a person's outer layer of the skin. Squamous cell carcinoma. It is a cancer that forms in squamous cells, which are epithelial cells that lie just beneath the outer surface of the skin. Squamous cells also line many other organs, including the stomach, intestine, lungs, bladder, and kidneys. Squamous cell looks flat like fish scales when viewed under a microscope. Squamous cell carcinomas are sometimes called epidermoid carcinomas. Transitional cell carcinoma. It is a cancer that forms in a type of epithelial tissue called transitional epithelium or urothelium. This tissue, which is made up of many layers of epithelial cells that can get bigger and smaller, is found in the linings of the bladder, ureter, and parts of the kidneys and a few other organs. Some cancers of the bladder, ureters, and kidneys are transitional cell carcinomas. Sarcoma. Soft tissue sarcoma forms in soft tissues of the body, including muscles, tendons, fat, blood vessels, lymph vessels, nerves, and tissue around joints. Sarcomas are cancers that form in bone and soft tissues, including muscle, fat, blood vessels, lymph vessels, and fibrous tissue. Osteosarcoma is the most common cancer of bone. The most common types of soft tissue sarcoma are leiomyosarcoma, Kaposi sarcoma, malignant fibrous histiocytoma, liposarcoma, and dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans. Leukemia. Cancers that behind in the blood forming tissue of the bone marrow are called leukemias. These cancers do not form solid tumors. Instead, large numbers of abnormal white bloods build up in the blood and bone marrow, crowding out normal blood cells. The low level of normal blood cells can make it harder for the body to get oxygen to its tissues, control bleeding, or fight infections. There are 4 common types of leukemia which are grouped based on how quickly the disease gets worse, that is either acute or chronic, and on the type of blood cell the cancer starts in, that is like lymphoblastic or myeloid. Lymphoma. Lymphoma is cancer that behinds in the lymphocytes. These are disease-fighting white blood cells that are part of the immune system. In lymphoma, abnormal lymphocytes build up in the lymph nodes and lymph vessels as well as in other organs of the body. There are two different types of lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma, that is, people with this disease have abnormal lymphocytes that are called Reed-Steinbach cells. These cells usually form from B cells. And another variety is non-Hodgkin lymphoma. This is a large group of cancers that start in lymphocytes. The cancers can grow quickly or slowly and can form from B cells or T cells. The next variety is multiple myeloma cancer cells. Multiple myeloma is cancer that behinds in plasma cells, another type of immune cell. The abnormal plasma cells called myeloma cells build up in the bone marrow and form tumors in bones all through the body. Multiple myeloma is also called plasma cell myeloma and Kehler disease. Melanoma. Melanoma is cancer that behinds in cells that become melanocytes, which are specialized cells that make melanin. Most melanomas form on the skin, but melanomas can also form in other pigmented tissues such as the eye. Brain and spinal cord tumors. There are different types of brain and spinal cord tumors. These tumors are named based on the type of cell in which they formed and where the tumor first formed in the central nervous system. For example, an astrocytic tumor behinds in star-shaped brain cells called astrocytes, which help keep nerve cells healthy. Brain tumors can be benign or malignant. Other types of tumors. Germ cell tumors. Germ cell tumors are a type of tumor that behinds in the cells that give rise to sperm or eggs. This tumor can occur almost anywhere in the body and can be either benign or malignant. Neuroendocrine tumors. Neuroendocrine tumors form from cells that release hormones into the blood in response to a signal from the nervous system. These tumors, which may make higher than normal amounts of hormones, can cause many different symptoms. Neuroendocrine tumors may be benign or malignant in nature. Carcinoid tumors. Carcinoid tumors are a type of neuroendocrine tumor. They are slow-growing tumors that are usually found in the gastrointestinal system. Carcinoid tumors may spread to the liver or other sites in the body, and they may secrete substances such as serotonin or prostaglandins, causing carcinoid syndrome. So students, so far we have discussed what is meant by cancer, what are all the basic properties of cancer, what is the difference between benign tumor and malignant tumor, different types of cancer and different types of tumors. You prepare in this flow for your university examination, and we will discuss some sort of cancer in detail in the forthcoming classes. Thank you so much.